The war continues unabated there, and it has set a precedent for other countries to bolster their defenses. A new report says that military spending has increased across the world. Countries like Japan are pushing to increase their defense budget. The US has announced a defense bill worth some $858 billion, and even though economies are suffering worldwide, profit from war is only going up. Our next report has more.
Japan has unveiled its biggest military build-up since World War II. It has put forth a $320 billion plan to buy missiles. Missiles that are capable of striking China. The pacifist country is now preparing to sustain conflict. This comes as regional tensions with China and Russia's invasion of Ukraine stokes war fears. Japan aims to double its defense spending to about 2% of its GDP in the next 5 years. This amounts to $320 billion. The new spending target follows the NATO standard. It will eventually push Japan's annual budget to about $73 billion, cementing its position in the top 3 economies after the US and China. Meanwhile, North Korea says it fired a missile amid a crucial final stage test. The missile is a part of the country's first spy satellite, which has been on Kim's wish list of sophisticated military assets since last year. The leader has been calling for modern weapon systems along with an expanded nuclear arsenal to pressure the United States. He wants America to abandon its hostile policies and sanctions on North Korea. The US is also bolstering its defense. The country recently passed a bipartisan defense bill, which is worth more than $858 billion, among a host of other things. The bill entails over $800 million in military aid for Ukraine. But how will this aid be given to the war-torn country? While some of it will directly flow to the government, most of it will be promised in contracts. Do you see a pattern here? Profits from war. A majority of these contracts are awarded to US defense companies, guaranteeing more demand for their arms. Lockheed Martin, the nation's largest military contractor, has booked orders worth over $950 million from the Pentagon to refill stockpiles being used in Ukraine. Similarly, Raytheon Technologies has received contracts worth over $2 billion. Now, it's crucial to note that every time these companies get a new contract, their share value jumps. In other words, American defense companies benefit at the cost of the Russia-Ukraine war. But the US is not alone. Even more orders are coming in from its allies in Europe and Asia. The UK is set to announce a new $304 million package for Ukraine. The military aid will ensure an uninterrupted flow of artillery to Kyiv next year. But what it may also ensure is a steady stream of orders for its weapon companies and a rise in their share prices. While the war in Ukraine has triggered several crises worldwide, for the defense industry, it has been a boon. As you can see, military spending has skyrocketed globally. Weapons production is booming, and arms makers are reaping the benefits. The defense sector in any country earns a lot of profits out of a legitimate business. It has always been a major economy driver, but its real wealth comes from wars. From purchases by ego-driven politicians and lawmakers who justify hefty defense budgets, using theories like balance of power or charity.
Now, amidst efforts by Tehran and Riyadh to try and fix their troubled ties, the Iranian foreign minister has said that he's had a meeting with his Saudi counterpart on the sidelines of a conference in Jordan. Now, this is the highest level of meeting that's been reported between the officials from these two rival countries since they cut their ties in the year 2016. Now, on Wednesday, the Iranian foreign minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian tweeted that he had met his Saudi counterpart Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, amongst other foreign ministers, at the Baghdad II conference in Jordan. Now, Amir Abdullahian said that he had held these friendly talks with Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, and the Iranian minister said that the Saudi foreign minister told him that his country is in fact ready to continue with dialogue with Iran. And also, according to Iran's official news agency, Amir Abdullahian has said that Tehran is interested in resuming talks with Riyadh and that Riyadh also wants this to happen. The two countries have been on the opposing sides of different conflicts across the region, including in Syria and Yemen. Saudi Arabia has also cut diplomatic ties with Iran in 2016 in the aftermath of attacks on the Saudi diplomatic mission in Iran after the kingdom executed a Shiite cleric. And this was done to improve bilateral relations and also to ease regional tensions. Iraq has hosted nearly about 5 rounds of talks between Iran and Saudi Arabia since April last year. However, these meetings have not achieved any breakthrough yet. Iran and Saudi Arabia are amongst the countries that attended the conference in Jordan that was organized by France and Iraq with the aim of providing a forum for discussing regional problems in the Middle East.
Krista.